Not just for the poor. Once you get no money, rest until you get there. What you do for me? I say, your people, they take it for what they want me. Everybody, people, what you talk about, people, say you know, it's the rest. You want to ask me one question, how will you be the rest? You not give me the people, what they want, then you say you give the rest. Let me ask you, it's the rest, because they're not like you. You say you are coming to teach things. But we have to eat this. After says you million, you're asking things. We have to eat chicken. You may know. CDC, finally get on blue. You downside, you wish you wanted. Now when they for the Nigerian people suffering, you downside, you wish you wanted. Now when they for the Nigerian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You know you're rescuing. I said, it's a rescue. I want to ask you one question. How will you give the rescue? You're not giving the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, it's the rescue. The people say not like it. CDC and Unity Fund, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish you wanted. Now when they for the Liberian people suffering, you downsizing, you wish you wanted. Now when they for the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You know your rescue team. I said, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. How will you give the rescue? You're not giving the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, it's the rescue. The people say not like you. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish you wanted. Now when they for the Liberian people suffering, you downsizing, you wish you wanted. Now when they for the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You know your rescue team. I said, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. How will you give the rescue? You're not giving the people what they want. Then you give the rescue. Let me ask you, it's the rescue. The people say not like you. You downsizing, you wish you wanted. Now when they for the Liberian people suffering, you downsizing, you wish you wanted. Now when they for the Liberian people suffering. Who you rather give a rescue now? You know your rescue team. I said, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. How will you give the rescue? You're not giving the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, it's the rescue. The people say not like you.
Good afternoon, good morning, and a pleasant welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9. This is the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Carl Oliver Kine, Princess Alexa Vanja Colley, and Jerome Roosevelt also here.
you rather give a rescue now? You and your rescue team. I said, it's a rescue.
There are too many things happening in the country. The Liberian people are becoming disappointed by the day in what they refer to as their government.
Oh, what they want, they say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, it's the rescue. The people say now.
A leak agenda in the possession of Freedom Radio Liberia from the Liberian House of Representatives will put it that Representative Yaka Koluba will be subjected to the mercy of his colleagues at the House of Representatives when they will be debating on his expulsion. At the same time, on the same leak agenda from the House of Representatives, Police Inspector General Gregory Oliver W. Como was able to write Speaker Richard Cohn requesting Richard Cohn to probe Yaka Koluba for comments that are deemed, inappropriate for national security and public safety. I'm paraphrasing. And so on the agenda for tomorrow at the House of Representatives, there is a communication from Gregory W. Como. Gregory O. W. Como, the police director, has written the House of Representatives asking the August body to investigate Representative Yaka Koluba for comments made regarding the low-fat border situation. We're going to be talking deep into that as well. And on the flip side of issues, Amos Twere of the Liberia Petroleum Refinery Corporation, LPRC, the company. Amos Twere, who is also the Secretary General of the Unity Party, decided to throw jibes at the CDC, according to Amos Twere. Their government killing auditors. Their government into any mysterious depths. And so we're going to be looking into that particular statement as well. What is he saying? What is he spewing? All of these plus many other issues will form the basis of the conversation on this wonderful 30th day of March 2026 remains the year. And so from a tripartite arrangement here on the platform, we're going to be having a wonderful conversation here on 87.9. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll bring you Win Liberia. We're also going to be bringing you Crime Stoppers Liberia. All of these institutions are our trusted partners right here on 87.9. So those of you who are playing the cash giveaway right away, we're going to be trying to punch some money into your pockets. When you dial star 255 star 1 hash, the more you play, the better your chances are, and you'll stand the chance to win for yourself 5,000 Liberian dollars right here on 87.9. There are too many things we'll talk about, but until then, let's take a break to be right back.
Guess what? Maybe we're gonna play. Oh, we play with me.
There are crowds in many places, and every community, you can see. So you see how you go. Don't take out your authority. Let it not take your life. What's that when you say to your God, what are you looking for? If you see it, you not enemy. You are as a friend. If you see it, you keep it. My heart and soul. People when you say to your God, stop your cry and make your peace for them before. From the center to interior, we are saying the stop it for all of us. We bring this effort to your goal. Stop it and make it before they go. From the center to interior, we are saying the stop it for all of us.
Crime stopping Nigeria is a community crime fighting project. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own woman Sam's Command.
People can be suffering and make it easier than before. Liberia, from the center to interior, people are saying the stop it for all of us.
Okay, Crime Purpose Liberia, Freedom Radio Liberia, and Win Liberia, all over Liberia. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, Oliver, and I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. I think it has been a long time since I did my signature intro because usually we always start with something that's more interesting.
So,
But I would like to say hi to all of you and welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. Imagine today is March 30th. I cannot believe that because just yesterday we're here saying Happy New Month.
oh, wow.
And we're
Yeah.
actually going into the end of March. So I'd like to say welcome and we have a lot to talk about. Hi, Jerome, what's up?
Ok, Jerome, good afternoon, bonsoir, Roger, comment ça va?
No.
Actually,
No.
I freshman already.
Go ahead.
But again, like a holiday Monday, if you were given a job, you send your CV and they say start what? You have to perform on a Monday. If you
Yeah.
can't perform Monday,
Forget about it.
yeah, you are not taxed to do it. But however, welcome wherever you are. We are here. We are grateful. Oliver.
Okay, so there are too many things happening in the Republic of Liberia. We have the agenda, the leak agenda for the House of Representatives, which is going to be on tomorrow. We have the leak agenda. On the agenda, there is a communication, and I hope, Jerome, you could read it for us.
Because I can't.
Yeah,
I
Jerome,
can't
please
listen.
read that agenda for us.
Let me see.
The agenda from the House of Representatives, please do that
Yeah,
for us.
let me just-
You have a good eyesight.
Yeah, so he's
I don't see
I can't want to do it. So there is an autocratic tendency that is growing gradually in the country. A dictatorial tendency is being nurtured by this government, and there is a need that we start to talk about it. When dictators are trying to grow, when dictators are trying to spread their tentacles, some of their attitudes, some of the way they behave, that's exactly how we see the government proceeding. To have a particular agenda item, talking about the expression of Yaga Koluba on tomorrow's agenda says a lot. It is concerning, it is worrisome, and we're going to say all of what we have to say with all of our might on this particular topic. Free speech should not be attacked. It should not be at the will, like the people will say, and caprices of those who think they control this country. No, it should not. You cannot decide to fight Yeke, to beat him down, because he's vocal. So we'll look into it. But Joe will read the entire agenda,
Yes.
the leak agenda.
Yeah, like Lisa said, so I have to zoom in. The 8th sitting of the leadership of the. Does it? Or I can just go into.
Yeah, go ahead. Read the entire stuff.
Okay. The 8th day sitting of the leadership of the first quarter of the 3rd section of the Honorable House of Representatives, the 5th legislature of the Republic of Liberia, Monday, March 30th, 2026. session called to order, prayer, reading correction, amendment, and adoption of the agenda. Business on speaker decks.
The agenda item number 5, business on speaker decks.
Yeah.
So on the business on speaker decks, A, it says what?
Communication from Honorable Gregory W. Como, Inspector General, Liberia National Police, I believe, against the conduct of Honorable Yeke Koluba.
Against the conduct of Honorable Yeke Koluba. Go ahead.
Raising serious concerns for national security, I believe, for public safety and state stability.
Okay.
B, request for the expulsion of Honorable Yeke Koluba.
Okay. So on the agenda, they have a communication from Gregory Kumo. So the communication is not discussed yet. They have not gone through what Gregory Kumo is reporting. Then they have another agenda item that says expulsion. So this is how do you people in the law, the law sector? Is this what we say? This is anyway. But you are trying to declare the main even ahead of due process.
Yeah.
Because on what basis will you include expulsion on the agenda right after a communication from Gregory Kumo? So it means that particular communication from Gregory Kumo, the discussion will not be fair. It means you already decided to expel the man, and that's why you are caught. Thank you. You see, wow, talking about the legal people,
This guy's yourself,
right? It's premeditated, right? So you can you want to do that, but continue reading through. I just want to make people clear so that people listening to you read, will get the background that will be coming from.
C, appearances, LPRC, and Channel U.
So the rest of it are nonsense.
So I
forget the rest of it. LPRC, Channel U, be big, it must have for gas and all the kind of things that, we're not interested in. Look, so you heard it. You saw the agenda. Which one you want to go first?
I will be last.
So,
I'm still trying to
so Gregory Kumo,
get it.
the Gregory Kumo is asking the members of the House of Representatives to probe, or better say, he's complaining Yeke Koluba to them. Because according to him, Yeke Koluba utterances against security, national security, blah blah blah, and the rest
and
of
the
it.
stability of the country.
Thank you. The stability of the country and the rest of the other, stuff he intimated. But Jerome, were you able to come across any publication? And this is where I want the Bob making video where you were treating me.
Yeah, but I want you to put it, before you put the soy in the soup. I want you to put the stuff there. There's a video I believe you have where the present Minister of Information is saying that even if were his mother in an election in District 10, he would. He will not vote for his mother. He would have voted for Yeke.
We'll go to all of those places.
Yeah.
My point is, I want to know whether there is a record for the Liberian National Police also inviting, because Potmeke is not a legislator, so he cannot be complained to that August body. Lawmakers benefit some kind of privilege. Where when they are in
on the duty of the House of Representatives.
So when they come in competition with the law, there's just courtesy given to them, where the speaker will be waiting, Representative Roosevelt stole Billy Good, and we want to arrest him. So we want to let him know, so that it doesn't appear like we are trying to disrespect the member of the House of Representatives. So the police will look at the evidence, look at the whatever the case is, and say, okay, you know what? We will even assign our legal people with Honorable Roosevelt to go so that his rights cannot be abused as an honorable member.
Yeah.
But it doesn't apply to people like Bob Naked. Because Bob Naked, and I'm trying to get the video. We have a video here now. Somebody should send it to me if you have it. Where Bob Naked talk about giving Guinea at least 72 hours ultimatum. You remember? Bodneke gave Guinea 72-hour ultimatum that if the soldiers, refuse to leave our borders, he threatened that he would have gone there and the casualty would be in Conakry and so forth. Now, in as much as we do not think that whatever Yeke said, quote unquote, should be swept under the carpet, but I am still thinking as to whether Gregory Coleman was able to invite
that's the point.
Bodneke to Central to have him interrogated for comments made against our neighboring country we are in conflict with. Because when you say Yeke's statement is counterproductive to the peace and security of the country, it put us on national security, this and that. Now, how do you consider a man who gave a world sovereign country 3 days to leave Liberia? Or else there will be action because you know rebel used to kill human being and drink their blood. Right, Jerome? Fine. So let's put Bodneke and put Bodneke, you put Guinea, and you put Buddha, and you just put it in the session.
I got it.
Fine. Okay, yeah. So people send that to us. We play it. Because when you read the agenda, Gregory Coleman is reporting Yeke Koliba to the representatives to have a decision taken against Yeke. Yeke made a comment on Facebook. Gregory Coleman saw the very comments, the video where the comments were made. He saw that very video on the same Facebook where the Bodneke threatened Guinea on the same Facebook. So if you had the chance as a law enforcement officer,
The head of the Liberia
National Police, if you had the chance to have detailed detailed Yeke Koliba and report him to his colleagues, then you needed to have had all of the time to identify where Bodneke lives, to identify where he works, so that you can go and arrest him and bring him to your area, and you be able to explain what's the implication of his action, to tell you why he is giving Guinea ultimatum. Because I see nothing different from what Yeke said, as to what Bodneke said. So since some of you do not know what Yeke said, we'll play what Yeke said. And since some of you do not know what Bodneke said, we'll try as hard as possible. Alexa got it. We'll play what Bodneke said. Then the question now to you, the Liberian people, will be, why is Gregory Coleman reporting Yeke Koliba to the House of Representatives, but he is unable to invite Bodneke to the Liberian National Police to be interrogated for the very comments that could undermine the peace of our country? Why Guinea say, oh, rebel human being had in Liberia is threatening that he will not leave in 2 days time and he will carry and wage war? Why the Guinean tell that and put the helicopter there in the air and start dropping schools for GBE in our community? You know what will happen?
And especially when you do not have a demarcation to go for Joshua Bly.
Okay.
There is no blockade like Yeke.
Don't blockade.
You gotta go tell Yeke pass it. This is what
you gotta go to the House of Representatives and that. In the case of Bodneke, so there is no record to show that Bodneke was invited to the headquarters of the LMP to be interrogated on this and that. And that is where we're going to be very clear with the conversation today, because what we see creeping here is the law being used from a political perspective. Simple. Because Yeke is against the government, Bodneke is bootlicking the government, and so Bodneke got a right to threaten Guinea
and sleep. Yeah.
And go about sleeping.
Yeah.
The former killer who said you used to eat human being heart and drink their blood got a right to threaten Guinea, get Guinea on a 2-hour ultimatum. And he is not going to be invited by the police for questioning. But a Yeke Koliba who is accusing Joe Barker of compromising our territorial integrity, when he attended a meeting in Guinea, that Yeke is being complained to the regime speaker, Rete Kong, for action of expulsion to be taken. But the old killer, I'm saying old killer because he himself said he used to kill and drink human blood. The old blood-sucking demon made a statement threatening Guinea, but he's not invited. He's not summoned. Nobody investigating him. But only because Yeke was able to criticize Gregory Coleman bossman, Gregory Coleman decided to go and read the regime speaker, Rachel Queen, complaining Yeke. Look, in 1990, In 1980, we'll go to the audio, right? But I'm very serious on this one, and I want those listening to be very, very cautious. In the 80s, in the 70s, when the Sumo noise started with Able Share and back on my there, this country, this whole country, one country as well. The country did not go to war because people never had rice. In fact, the rice were higher, it never had starch. Pusawa. You know that?
Yeah.
And that's how our parents who were living at that time. The rice is higher, Pusawa. It didn't have starch. Very healthy for the body.
It didn't be fun again.
So it is hard.
If I assume that we bring in the remake, right? Not the original. You know?
Yeah.
Not because we didn't have, we had the best rice. Now, you use a bit more high blood pressure. The old people said, everywhere you stop in Monrovia, your Peugeot car can carry you to your house.
Yeah.
Monrovia was well laid out.
So we have Uber.
There's only one we're not smelling. Monrovia was clean.
And everyone in the region in Africa wanted to be in Liberia.
Wanted to come to Liberia. Lamco was like Petit Paris, Petit America, cool, decent area.
Africa, America. Yeah.
We didn't go to war because we didn't have electricity. Current in the country was plenty for those who were living here because the population was small and the current was sufficient for us. My coffee, I don't put bomb inside here. You understand that? We didn't go to war because the schools were not good. That's when you had the Lokere, that's when you had the St. Francis of Assisi in Plibo, that's when you had all of the big schools, you know. The CWA, that's when those schools were moving.
Yeah.
That's when you had the Tottenham High and all of these big schools. We didn't go to war because we never had better schools. We didn't go to war because we never had potable water. I'm told everything was smooth in Monrovia, all across the country. You know, there were celebrations all over. Although the old man used to get their afro hair, you know, this and that, but they were beautiful. There was no stress. The country was okay. Peaceful.
And when they tied their rapper, they were nice.
They were nice. Yeah. When the men combed their afro hair, everything was okay.
Yeah.
And their big Marawala trousers, they were good. We did not go to war because those things did not exist.
When you watching your husband trouser, you will find money.
Thank you.
He didn't care.
Oh.
Yeah. My uncle told me we went to war not because the social amenities were lacking.
Mm-hmm.
He said we went to war because a few Liberians thought unto themselves that they alone were the ones who were circumcised.
Having said telephone booths were all over the place.
Thank you. We went to war not because we didn't have all of these, activities. We had the best cinemas. Mm-hmm. Our people had the best cinemas, the best music, the best of everything, organic food. They concentrated were not even happening here too many times. My uncle said we went to war because a few groups there, they alone the circumcised. They alone, they cut their stuff. Thinking that they alone were the men.
Yeah.
A few groups thought unto themselves that they were the owners of Liberia and the rest of the people could go to hell.
Mm-hmm.
So
they didn't care.
They could look at you and walk on your right. They could abuse you. They could tamper with your constitutional, right. And thinking you got no choice in whatever the case is. He said that's why some people started getting vexed.
Yeah.
Some people started saying enough is enough.
Because you can't push people through the wall.
Because I can be a Liberian, you're a Liberian, we got the same blood running in our veins, and because you are privy to some governmental position and you want to use your job to override us, my uncle said some people left the country, and when they left, other people left. And when the other people left, all those who left in anger, they met somewhere else and they had a meeting and they said, where are you here, Jerome? Jerome said, I'm here because Elisa pushed me from the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you here? I'm here because Elisa wasted water on me. She said, I'm not teaching, I'm not so being in the studio. Also, why are you here? I'm here because Elisa said, my car is packed to the radio station and I used to be a star of freedom. Esther, why are you here? And everybody started giving the reason for which they left Freedom Radio Liberia. And in that meeting, they said, you know why?
We got to go back.
We love freedom. Freedom is our own. Elisa can now wake up one morning and come to freedom and think because she got personal issue with us, she will smoke us out of freedom. We got to go back and reclaim freedom. My uncle said that's how people went out. Galvanized support, put their anger together, form it into a group, had the intellectual side of the group, and had the men who can sport things side of the group, and that's how the country became the dirtiest, the ugliest, the most vulnerable, and the least developed on the face of the earth. That's how we became the least today.
And even if you were to fight 10,000 times, you can't get back for tomorrow.
Thank you.
You can't get back that time.
Why are we saying it? We are saying it because similar things that led to this internment, similar things that led other Liberians to leave the country and go regroup. That's some of the things that happened in Israel. When you think Yeke is in error, when you think Yeke spoke against the national interest of our country, and you want to bring him to book, you should do that from a holistic perspective and not from a selective standpoint. The decision by Greg Como to write the legislature to single out Yeke and make it appear to be the only man who has said something that is against national security, when Bob Nigger, who threatened Guinea and getting 72 hours, is still passing around, then it is a reoccurrence of the partiality that led to the 1970s and 1980s and the rest of it. We are saying it because we do not want a repeat. Mm-hmm. When power enters people here too much, when they get drunk and overwhelmed with power, they tend to forget that there were people serving in the capacity they are in today, and there will be people after them.
That's the point. That's the point.
No, I mean, that's the point. Between 2023 to 2024, there was somebody in a roll call Pajasudu. There's somebody you can forget. Maybe you forget to know that between 2030 to 2036, there may be somebody else in that role. You will now be. I mean, you was now born RG. When you go out, girl, where am I born? The nurses in the hospital were calling him RG. No, they were not calling you RG. You grew up. You went to the rank and file. You became RG. You were leaving. There will be somebody else who will be RG in this country. And that's why when you are exercising your role, when you have the opportunity to exercise the responsibility attached thereto, as pertaining your office, do that from an honorable standpoint. You are the head of the Liberian National Police. You are not the United Party Sabu unit. You are not the disgruntled unit or the violent unit of the United Party. No. That police is being paid by the Liberian taxpayers' money and not United Party due money. So you are supposed to serve the Republic of Liberia and not the party. What we see you do is selective justice. What we see you do is a political witch hunt. Are you trying to do the Yeke? But I will save it for the rest of the conversation. I will save it. But we're trying to go and get what Yeke said. Then we'll play what Bob Yeke said. Then the Liberian will be listening and be deciding on what basis Gary Como wrote Weteku, to probe Yeke Koluba. I want you guys to listen. Take your time and listen to the one and let's try to get me
So I sent.
Okay. Good. So you want there's the one Joe was talking about, the Jeremy PRO. Mm-hmm. And we got the Bo Ali on. We got all of it. So this is why Yeke Koluba said for which Gary Como say the people more investigating. You listen.
President Duya, it was resolved in our meeting according to my source. And Mr. Walker agreed in our meeting according to my source that we are going to take the AFF from over there and take the place from there. The simple thing is giving us a cost company to start collecting taxes. So you think so that young people of town will bring to start collecting taxes. What are we making fun of the people? Then when you talk, you see the car burning and collect, you need the people, we can't pay for you again. And all I think is water. There will be too anxious. Okay, you will wait me. You just take time. While you're trying to move me, I know that Joseph Bonapi is one president. We want to tell the people of Mr. Country that Mr. Walker will come up with the truth to let them know that the meeting Mr. Walker went in with the Senate President Duya. It was resolved in our meeting according to my source. And Mr. Walker agreed in our meeting according to my source that we are going to take the AFF from over there and take the place from there. The simple thing is giving us a cost company to start collecting taxes. So you think so that young people are they will bring to start collecting taxes. What are we making fun of the people? Then when you see the car falling at all, you need the panic. We can't go for you again. And all that is all that. There are people anxious until you embrace me. Don't take time. While you're trying to leave me and wait for what that Joseph Bola be one president.
Okay. So this was amongst all other issues. This is one of the audios that made the government to go complain. You can call it back to Richard Kuhn. Now, I ain't going to say anything about. I'm not going to say anything about what Yaka said or not. Yaka quoted his soul. According to him, he said he quoted his soul. But when you are having kind of Yaka saying President Baka agreed in Guinea that the land question up for us, and that's why he was doing nothing about it. And you say because of that comment, it is bordering national security issue and this. You want to persecute him? You want to have him removed? Then why is this man not naked? They man who can be kept ultimatum.
If you came without your arm with a flag, what's of it? What's of on your shoulder? You erected a flag with arms. You erected a flag with arms. With arms, bare arms. Bare arms. Look, we just have a wonderful president. We just have a wonderful president who is trying to use peace. After he went and discourse and an arrangement was reached, the next day your soldiers came with their flag, with arms. They don't have to erect a flag. It's a serious violation, very serious violation. And I will say it clearly. If Guinea decide to fight Liberia, Guinea will lose. We have a lot to lose.
The Bodnigga talking. Jerome, Alexa, if all Liberian listen, the Bodnigga talking. Bodnigga is sitting now somewhere. Maybe Tinia was on the blog in the soccer and smoking weed or something else to do. But Gregor Kuma is running behind Yaka, lodging Yaka complaint when he cannot arrest him. Only because the man started a conversation, what they were saying, we have a very decent president. Gregor Kuma Bossman. And you know, we have a very good president. Because this man is wearing green. Because Bodnigga is wearing green and supporting the green president. Well, come on and say green. You know the rest of it. You know? Because the man is supporting the green uniform president. So Gregor Kuma ain't see the one he talking to. Come and listen to the text.
If they push this to the fight, they have a lot to lose.
Can you imagine? This is what Bodnigga was saying. I mean, you can start the conversation. This is what Bodnigga was saying to the Guineans. Now, is Gregor Kuma aware that if the Guineans decide to listen to Bodnigga, they will get this? Is this statement not a threat to national security? Because you are confronting the Guineans. Who told you that the government has a threat to the other people get what? The government will be the Guineans ordinary citizens with her? Huh? Yeah, ordinary people for her. So if this whole notorious block fucking rebel will come and say and threaten Guinea like he was doing now, why Gregor Kuma did not call him? Because the foreign government will not take them as serious if the own government started bringing the book. Alexa, Joe,
Yeah.
the way you're talking recklessly, if the own government decided, if I say, look, excuse me, we are in a serious issue with our neighbors, and your comments are not healthy. And when you bring in the book, the foreign government will say, okay, you know what, their government in Labrona in favor or that nonsense what they get talking. But you let bond makers to be passing around free. But you wouldn't have space to invite Yeket. This is injustice. Like I said, we didn't fight war in the 80s and the 90s because we did not have water in legislature. We fought because people decided to use the law for their own personal political clandestine views. They decided to use the law against their fellow Liberians. And I was born in Maryland County. Jerome is from somewhere, and let's not from somewhere. But all of the places we're from Liberia, and still we have Solomon Buddha that is under question right now. But all the places we're from Liberia. So no man should think that he is a Liberian than the other. When you want to use the law, the reason why government got authority to write and say you come here, I will go there, is because under the law he's the head of police, right? And when you come here, I'm supposed to go. But when you use that authority for political reasons, there is an infringement of the other man's right. Because injustice in any place is not acceptable. Listen to Bob Making as he continues with the treat against Guinea. But sadly, his fellow partisans, Gregor Como did not invite him for questioning. But Gregor went and complained to Richard, and the session agenda leaked to the public, and we have it.
Seriously, we have a lot to rush. Fighting is not a weapon. Fighting is experience. It's not a weapon. Guinea will be right here to this border, trying to come, and we will be in their country. Our Joshua will be in their country.
Okay, Jerome, Elijah, is this not declaration?
So, especially when you are not part of the armed forces of the Republic of Liberia.
He's not a member. There's an old rebel, man.
Yeah.
This guy is an old rebel. He said he's a suck blood. He's an old blood sucking citizen. You hear what he said? That if the Guinean decide to come to the European border, that's what he will be in Conakry.
Maybe not embarrassing.
No, so what I want to use the medicine or you sacrifice your children, to do whatever that his business. Our point is, he is making statements that could undermine the current negotiation the Liberian government is having with her Guinean counterpart. A responsible government, a police force that is not politically driven, will invite them in and bring him to book because his comments are provocative. Oh, one Guinean general can listen to your make comment?
Yeah.
And on the basis of that, he will start.
And his past record, though.
Thank you. He comments and he pass record. Oh, they man used to be naked when you're fighting for a rebel those days. They make a video on YouTube where he said he killed thousands of people. So his comments are not, ordinary. We're not super under the carpet because he is capable. He has been there. How to come up and say and done that.
He's been there and done that.
Oh yeah, he has been there and done that. So the Guineans could look at your comment and say, no. I mean, Labron president can be saying backing out there, the putting in Labron, preparing the radio, so we're not listening. They could use his comments and decide something. So a non-political police force will be inviting Joshua Bayi for questioning. Unfortunately, Gregor Como didn't see that prudent. All he could do was to write Richard Kumu, complaining because it has been reported that the government of Liberia the government already dished out. It has been alleged that this government already dished out the executive branch money to lawmakers to solicit their signatures to take a decision against Yeket. What they are debating among themselves right now is whether to set the first precedent of expelling a member in the post era, in the post-war era,
They could do it.
or to have been suspended. The monitor, it has been alleged that they already ate it.
Then you fall in the hole.
So you are having a situation where bondmaker is threatening. Hey, you heard him, man? You heard him? Let me know him.
They will be right to those voters. And I will be in their country. Our president is peaceful, and this is the right method.
Okay. So you see, what did he say that Yaka did not say? In fact, he said the worst.
Mhm. And he even plays Liberians in harm's way.
In harm's way.
To be frank.
So Yaka said, look, Joe Baka had the news from you.
Mhm.
Joe Baka finished agreeing to the learner for all. You know what? Let
That bag will be
bag on the bag. That's what Yaka said.
simple.
Yaka was simple.
Mhm.
Yaka did not say, you're going to go fight Guinea. No, Yaka did not say it. Yaka said, the old man agreed with Dumbuya. He's aware of what's going on. You should tell going over. You should stop making it going over the worry for nothing. You should stop giving them fake hope. That's what Yaka is saying. For Bondmaker, he said, Guinea will keep advancing. They will not know they will be to the border who will be in economy.
So once about the surveillance defending and you forget what it doesn't how you feel well.
So the point here is, why is Gregor Como being selective in the in whatever he intends to achieve? Because if it is tailored on the business of safeguarding the peace of our country, you know, protecting the safety and the security of the state, national security implication, why is Bondmaker still allowed to move around? This man should be arrested. A serious government will have been arrested.
A government that is not full of partiality.
A government where the politicians, a police force where the politicians are not calling the shots. But I'm not surprised, Jerome. You follow the Capital Assault case? This was the first time I saw the Liberian National Police that is supposed to be a peacemaking force. You know what I mean? Group A against Group B. The police is supposed to go there and neutralize the tension.
Yeah.
This is the first time the first time in our country where I have seen
a democratic government.
Thank you. It's supposed to be democratic government.
You think so?
I know so, bro. The first time that we saw the police force that was supposed to go between majority bloc and minority bloc and make peace, we saw the police force turn their back on the majority bloc. Anytime policemen turn it back to you, that you in protection.
Yeah.
When policemen facing you, that you the one coming assault. When you turn it back to you, protecting you. The first time we saw the police turn their back to majority bloc and started using baton tear gas on the minority. It broke Luther calling here. Representative Luther calling of Babylon County.
And that's today you said the house has guidelines and you send communication that you spread them today.
It broke Luther calling here. It tear gas, the other lawmakers, Opi Cooper, got wounded. The very year you're talking about, the police brutalizing, his hair was wounded in Batum. It's not strange. It's the first time you see the police taking side. The first time the Supreme Court ordered the House of Representatives to return the status quo. The police was supposed to take the police from behind the fixed speaker at the time and assign them to the legitimate speaker. He refused. He still kept the police assigned vehicles and national weapons behind an illegitimate speaker at the time. So it is not strange when Gregor Como is being selective in his invite, in his invitation extended to people, or better still, complain against people. I'm not surprised. He's running a force that we can only refer to as a political wing of the United Party. And this is wrong. The police, the court, these places are supposed to be the places where any Liberian, regardless of their political, ethnic, religious, or criminal alignment, they should go through and get justice. When you start to make the police appear to be a party police, oh no, that's something you're building in the community. Lack of trust. And when people start to be their own police, then the country fabric is breaking down gradually. So this leak, and Jerome, I'm talking about the leak, because I want to get on it. Then I hear then we conclude to the lines. With this leak, where Yaki is going to be complaining on the floor, then I can watch him floor or something I can find.
As a matter of fact, they have two of him.
Yeah.
One from the police.
One for the police,
And one
and then the other one call for a special.
Yeah.
So it's a whole plan thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a quick mentality.
Try to put pressure. I mean, you cannot be causing problems all over the government.
Yeah.
You find the police complaining you still in our house. We already
If
get
we are told one lawmaker from one district was the one who officially reported him. My take is with Gregor Como, he's the head of police. When you take your time to write the legislature against a particular individual, when this guy who is giving Guinea ultimatum and telling Guineans that they will be patrolling my border, they will be in country. Do you know what I mean? When you threaten the political capital of another country,
and you think you're supposed to be sleeping.
you now want to that country,
Yeah.
when you threaten the political capital of any country, to go to the extent where you say they will be to the border, they will be in country. They think Guinea men now mentioned Morovia before.
They only talk about their land, their river.
To their border area.
Yeah.
You ever hear the Guinean mention Morovia before? There's men who open their mouth and threaten the people capital. Come on, they're not inviting him, but you are inviting Yeke? Man, that's what my uncle said. We didn't go to war in this country because we don't have food. Because we don't have good schools. We went to war because people decided to use their governmental portfolio to steal people's land, to use their governmental portfolio to infringe on the rights of other people, to take people's properties. And that's why people got disentangled. They fled, they regrouped, and they came back. Gregor Como, we don't want you guys to plunge this country into something we cannot explain. Over 20,000 people voted in the Supreme. As we speak, there are over 20,000 people who will always go back to the Supreme to go and vote for him. Stop fueling tension in the country. The nonsense happening to the border, the government should be responsible enough to go and handle it. Whether the Guineans are ambitious to take land and grab it for themselves, but the fact that somebody went on the Makona River and started mining sand, and in mining sand started allegedly mining diamond and gold is enough to say to you that Liberians started talking and showing that nonsense that really happened. And the government should be very responsible in handling you. We cannot be confronted with a serious border crisis and you can't ignite another political tension within. You can bring one nigga to check. Why you want to bring Yeke to check? Why do you want to bring Yeke to check when in fact Yeke did not say anything that is against the Guinean? Whatever Yeke say in our internal politics, we can always say, but nigga, who told Guineans say when the time you're being colorful, do you know what that means? The men who threaten our lives through a feeble threat, whatever, maybe the threats are not people, but through the threats he's making against Conakry, you are not bringing in the boat. No, not even the partisans think for once and think the truth. All the things we're saying, let me think about it. The men who say we will be in Conakry, causing trouble there. When the Guineans remain to our border, your police director did not call him for questioning. When I hear who say that your brother know what he is doing in Guinea, why he did in Guinea, for which he is allowing the people to remain on the land in Korea. Who among these two people say bad thing for which you are complaining the order and leaving the order to pass around and be drinking oil, liquor, smoking a weed, and doing everything you want to do? Who said the most important thing against the national interest group? But that is the basis of the conversation. I don't know where you're going to take it from, but that is it over to you. And unless I'm coming later, then we go because we go to line the take cost.
And the web process, she started getting prepared. But yeah, Oliver, I 100% agree with you. But there's just something that is slacking from my end. Yeke, Braka, the police chief, the information minister, these are people from the same sector. And for me, I'm not going to concentrate on Yeka and his folks because sometimes you evaluate people. It's not because you want a position and you bring other people. And sometimes you ask yourself, why did it stay that long? In just more than less than a year, Yeka and his folks, they try to, roll the political fee. But that's it. I don't want to drag myself into that. I will say it repeatedly. What Yeka wants for his people, they can settle that. But on the basis of blind that we call pot making, and I hear some Liberians, they say, oh, Guinea people are here. I will just read something and then switch to process quickly. I don't want to take too much time. They will say, oh, during the war, Guineans, they were here, we battled them, this, that. Look, Guineans were here, but they were not as reckless as the Unity Party will be, a government that runs away from the truth. So Guinea had a responsibility to protect the citizens, or you say the ordinary people and the peace. So they were not fighting as you think when Liberia and Guinea is fighting. So we are in modern time when Bonege says he will be in Conakry. That is the worst threat as far as regional peace is concerned.
That's right. You're on point.
Yeah, you cannot even compare what Yeka said. Yeka is not saying, I don't want to call Yeka, but he's only saying your government needs to tell you the truth. The president is aware.
Thank you.
He has the truth. So demanding truth, because you people, you also get all the class within the country. So demanding truth doesn't mean threat.
He's not threatening anything.
Yeah, he's only telling you, say the truth to your people so the people can know.
Maybe you're embarrassed.
Yeah,
that he's exposing you.
Yeah, okay. So maybe you think, oh, but how did they manage to know?
Thank you.
The truth? And who told the man? So you people can settle your matter, but to be calling the man and saying, oh, he threatened the peace, he threatened the country, there will be no stability. Come on, if the police is serious,
oh yeah.
If the police is serious and care for the ordinary people,
that's a lie.
Nathan Bly should be the way the police should go for.
Call for the blood-sucking man. Like he can tell you why you mean when he say you go Conakry.
Let me tell you something, Oliver. World War III, the former defense minister,
Danachie,
Clay came on an attack. And then Clay was captured, but there's an area called Clay Junction. Like Banaville Junction.
Good.
So they get Banaville. So the BBC was angering that, oh, Mr. Defense Minister, law forces said they have taken Clay. You know what the man said? The man said, no, as far as we're concerned, there's a place called Clay Junction. So they are only at Clay Junction. That statement, there was surveillance who said, oh, they said they were in control of Clay Junction.
Yeah.
The people went there and the people got killed. Because why? The spokesperson, the official defense minister of the country misled the ordinary people.
That's right.
And the people followed that information.
That's right.
So if you say, oh, we're telling you, before we be here, in the next 2 days, I will be in Conakry, Guinea. Are you going for regime change in Guinea? Or are you going to protect the border? Or you have the capacity?
But when you go to somebody national capital, you're going for a regime change.
Yeah.
And that's why Kwame Nkrumah should be inviting him instead of Yeka, who is harmless.
That's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
But before I go, those of you who think that you can fight Guinea and you want to do, this message is straight to the police chief. Gregory Cuomo, I want you to listen carefully. If you think what Yeka said is dangerous than what his name, Bly said, I want you to listen. All of you Liberians, I want you to listen. Because if you think that, oh, Liberian people are brave, this and that, we're in a modern and sophisticated age of the world. So you have to understand. Oliver, let me just conclude with this information.
Good.
Guinea possesses relatively strong military in West Africa, featuring an active force of 12 to 13,000 or 65,000 depending on reports, and a budget of roughly 529 million. The people then they get nothing. They have debts. So you will be the border, the people come in your city over you. You don't have that capacity. So the man who will be taking the rock to the Guinean people And so you kind of, let's see, and I say you get this, and I say you get that, that the men, the police, all over, should go for. But for Yeke and his Unity Party people, they can settle their problem, whether they move him from his job, whether they expel him, whether they do whatsoever they want to do to him. For me, these are people that he loves, so they can settle their fault. But Blahi, he needs to be called because he threatened Guinea. Princess.
That's right. That's right, Joe. You couldn't have said it more than that. That's right.
So I think I have a bigger shoe to fill after Oliver and and then you, Jerome. So there's something called priority, and that is placing importance to something that should be really, really important to you. I think one of the things I'm saying here is makes priority. So we still have our people in Solomba. They're still there living in fear. They're still there trying to survive. And then we have the big people here in Monrovia who are supposed to prioritize what's happening there to make sure calm is, restored, to make sure our people are not living in fear. They're here being very dramatic. And they're placing their priority on something else that should not be prioritized. What I'm saying this to me, Rachel Cole. I'm going to take this one step. Rachel Cole, who is the Speaker of the House of Representatives, went there in Lofa County and promised. He gave a 48-hour ultimatum to the LRRC and the National Disaster Management of Liberia. And according to him, he wanted to go there to provide some level of relief or ration to people who are going through a whole lot in that part of Liberia. Now, the million-dollar question is, how far is that ultimatum? Has the speaker prioritized that ultimatum he gave? Do we have people from LRRC and the National Disaster Management there in Lofa County? We do not know. There's no update. I stand to be corrected. There's no updates, and what now they're focusing on is rather more political than something that's of human interest, because they're now focused on what Yeke Koluba said, and they also want to use the same House of Representatives that Yeke Koluba is a member of to have him expelled probably or suspended. I don't know how it is going to go. Richard Cole is now focusing on that more than what he said to the people of Lofa County, that part of Lofa County. So these people are not to be trusted. And I'm saying this without any apology. That's one part of it. Also, we're looking at Gregory Common of the Liberia National Police, who happens to be the chair of the Joint Security, I'm told. He has not updated the public. He are going there with some officers of the Liberian National Police. And when they went there, they met, I think, some immigration officers as well as members of the armed forces of Liberia. I'm not sure as to whether Greg has given us any update, regarding what's happening there as well. I don't know about that because I haven't seen anything. If there is, maybe someone should say that to us. There's no update. He went there dressed as he's always probably dressed, and he can go back here. We don't know what's happening, what's not happening. That's another thing. Now he's mostly focused on Yeke Koluba's statement quoting a source from Guinea. And we talked about this, I think, 2 or 3 days last week, and we're here again playing that. That's also another thing. Gregory Common is here, and we have the Minister of Information telling Liberians, if you do not like what's happening, in other words, you can take arms and you go there and fight. Our society has a huge portion of people who are gullible. So obviously there are some people who will take that literally. That is being irresponsible. Did Greg Common right saying we, condemn this statement because this is a moment of seriousness? No one should respond with emotions. I'm not sure I saw anything of that sort as well, because the Minister of Information shouldn't sound the way he sounded. Exactly. So that also says you're not prioritizing what's happening there. They're rather being political about it because they want to present a picture that says they have this under control, which of course it is not the case. When Kula Fofana also wrote, I think we read that last week, and there was a phrase about claimed to be, a territory claimed to be, you know, what was she called to make any clarity on that particular phrase? Did she make any clarity? I have not seen one, so I'm not sure. And now we're back to, I don't want to get back to Yeke Koluba, but naked Joshua, he had a whole live session on the social media, Facebook to be precise. And he said a whole lot of things that are not to be listened to, because I believe 100% he is not to have a voice that should be listened to in this country. He should be a voiceless individual, given the role he played in the Civil War, given that it seems like he doesn't have remorse, because if he does have remorse, he will be discouraging people who are making statements that will probably, you know, plunge this country into another thing that's of discussion rather than progression. But he said a whole lot, and people elevated that he has not been called, because what he said still has the propensity to making this country be in a way that it shouldn't be. Because if people listen to Joshua, who happens to have records of, you know, atrocities and all of those things, and people will take it way more seriously from Guinea, and about this time we'll have like Guinean soldiers maybe here in Liberia. But maybe Liberians are not taking his words seriously. Not Liberians, but the people he supported. By the way, he is a Unity Party member. He's a Unity partisan. So what he said, those words were not to be mentioned, given his record, given who he is as a person. Has he been called for questioning? I would just like to add to Oliver's question as well as Jerome's concern. Has he been called? I am not sure, because he's still passing all around. Just the other day, he made another statement about something else. It means he is a free man. He is passing around. We're not saying you should jail him. We're saying call him for questioning. Because if you're using that standard to judge Yeke Koluba based on what he said, quoting his sources, and you have Joshua, who is butt naked, he is parading freely without being called for questioning, it means you're being selective. It means you're prioritizing something else. It means you have a different motive, and this thing where you have Yeke placed in the middle of the spotlight, it is not about his words being counterproductive. His words being something that's instilling a fear in citizens, or trying to undermine your diplomatic efforts. Because if that is the case, one of the first people to call will be Joshua, because he said a whole lot. And for him, he was brutal in what he said. He sounded as though we were in the days where you had rebels all across this country, and we're not in that way. We're not. We're into this Liberia where everyone is talking about peace, peace, and peace. So why you're exhausting every diplomatic effort, every diplomatic means, and you're sure of protecting this country and its people, you should know who to call first and who not to call. You should know who the spotlight should be placed on. I'm not here defending Yeke Koluba. Yeke Koluba was clear in what he said, and we had a whole conversation about that. He even phoned in the other day when we talked about his press conference he had, quoting sources that this is what was discussed, and our leader has refused to tell us the truth. If you're sure that Yeke Koluba is being counterproductive to the peace and security of this country, is a threat to national security, what becomes of Joshua? What naked? What becomes of his words? If we want to put them in the same book, yeah, let's consider that. But have you called him for questioning? This is directed to Greg Coleman, the Inspector General of the Police. Has Joshua butt naked been called for questioning? Did you listen to what he said? Did you listen to his words? Did you listen to his threats? His ultimatum given to The people of Guinea, did you listen to him say he's going to be in Guinea in split seconds? We have to be serious. And Oliver talked about premeditated or premeditation. One of the reasons we still have the case that has to do with the Capitol building still in court is because of the same premeditation. When the fire incident happened, the last one that concluded everything at the end of the day, you did not start to investigate from the first incident that occurred where people talked about maybe it is water, maybe it is electricity. No, because the president, the leader said hooliganism, obviously that was the route you took and started your investigation. So obviously you wanted to be that because it was said. Investigation doesn't take a single day. It takes years, it takes weeks, depending on the nature of the case. But if we are to be serious in this country, if the government of the day is to be serious in this country, you should start to question yourselves in your different positions from the mouthpiece of the government Ministry of Information that should be very clear, truthful, and accurate in information dissemination to this country and its people. Because we're yet to listen to anything now. The priority should also be you telling Liberians what's happening at the Salumba border. Again, the question is, has that issue been resolved? We don't know. Now we're focused on Monrovia's happenings. Yeke Koluba is here. Aji is here. Members of the House of Representatives, they're here. And you have Richard Cohn there, who has not fulfilled his promise because what he said, Soso Vla, said we're bringing El Chapo IRC here to help our people, giving ultimatum authoritatively, courageously. And now I think he's quiet. I asked a question on social media and I thought because I tagged his page, I actually thought they were going to respond to that, but no. So it means they don't care. They are just going there for the cameras and to be in the news, the headlines, different talk shows. They don't care about you. They don't. If they do, at about this moment, we will know what's happening at the border. What is the update? Or are we going to forget about that? Because in Liberia, usually some stories take like 1-2 weeks and we're done. So as Liberians now, are we done with this entire issue when we still have our people there? They're still scared and they don't know what's going to happen to them because maybe the government is yet to say something else to them. The Ministry of Information, Gerald McPia, maybe he is still, I don't know where he is. Anyway, I don't know. Because if a minister who addressed the public emotionally and responding to different views and different opinions from people, saying if you think this is this, you can take guns or you can take whatever and go there. Is that how you respond in moments where people are scared, people are seeking answers, people want their concerns to be addressed? Is that how we're going to run this country responsibly? If that is how, it means we're not going anywhere. We're stuck. There are people who are still living in this country. They're emotionally unstable. Psychologically, they're not all right because of the trauma, the pain and degradation they experienced when we had the Civil War. We're not going back there yet. But while you are investigating all these things, you have to be very careful and straight to the point. We are not to teach you how to investigate. But you've already said this man is going to be court expelled or suspended. I don't know how it is going to go based on what he said. Without asking this man for his sources, without asking this man to help you in this entire thing. Because if I have quoted a source from Guinea, and this is a very crucial happening in my country, I think the authorities should be able to call me. Hey, you quoted your sources. Can you tell us more? Because you want to have different aspects, different views. But I think this is a diversionary, means right now to throw Liberians off the real issues that are happening. Because now they want us to be focused on Yeke Koluba, Greg Coleman and that of the House of Representatives, why we disregard the real issue that's happening at the border, why we disregard asking as to whether the issue has already been resolved or not. I was not here during the war. I was here, but at a later day. Let me say it that way. But we listen every day to people narrate stories. These are not beautiful stories. And all we were just talking about back in the day how Liberia was. More like a safe haven where people would come here for vacation to enjoy. It sounds amazing. People did not go to war because our country was not beautiful. People did not go to war because our country lacked, some things that people enjoyed. People went to war because certain people felt like they were more Liberian than the other. And I think this is the start of it again. We are on the path again where certain people feel like they're in power, they have the influence. So if I'm to call Jerome for questioning, even if Alexa said worse things than Jerome said, or I know like Jerome family that he never can hear. I don't care about what Alexa said. This should stop. This should stop. If you so much care about this country, if you so much care about the stability of this country, whether it is about national security, peace, or whatever it is, I think we need to be fair. We are not to be selective. Okay? So call this Joshua guy butt naked, because when people don't know if Joshua needed that. Call this butt naked guy. Question this guy. Because what he said also is not okay. People thought your brother was gone. Then you saying you will disappear. I don't know you disappear spiritually or what kind of thing, I don't know. But you're going to go to Guinea because men are here. We're not discussing that. Okay? Yes, sir, we're not letting country, but we are one of the shows that has said why the government is being diplomatic about everything else. Our people are to be protected. And I also think, Oliver, this is discrediting the young people who started the first time this happened, when everybody got to know about it. Those young people there who have raised our flag, I think they're also discrediting them, because those guys were celebrated. Those young people were celebrated the first day when it happened, and after that, here we are. So we cannot risk those people who stood firm and raised the flag of our country. Now the government has taken over this entire situation, so they are to really work this out so that everybody can be happy. So while you're calling Yega Kolba, or while you're having something else planned for him, whether it is expulsion or a suspension, call Joshua. Let him tell how he's going. Because in fact, based on Joshua's statement, that we had other rebels to come on and started talking all kind of tapata and thing, as Oliver can say. The country here, they're not play talk. We know the country going a deal like this, exact. But the country here, they're not play talk. So everybody has to be serious. And if you were governing, govern responsibly, because that's exactly what you promised us.
Okay. So basically, we're going to take a break. When we come back from our break, we'll go to you, the people listening to us, to give your input. But the bottom line is the government, after so many attempts to hide the real narrative from the Liberian people, they've elected to doing nothing else. Like Alexa said, will distract us. Tell us who are digging gold in the People River. If you didn't find the person, go look for them. If you know the person, if you don't want to mention them, shame on you. What negotiation did you reach with the Guinean government? Did you agree with them that the land they are claiming should go to them and Liberia dress back? If that is what you did in Guinea, if you agree that God is not making new land in Guinea, tell us. If God made new land in Guinea, tell us. If God did not make new land in Guinea, you should tell us. That's why Yeka is asking. And so when you want to bring Yeka to book, something that should be done through the joint security. The Minister of Justice should have been the one writing the Liberian legislature on this particular issue. The police is just a subset of the joint security. You know, to be educated and to behave like an educated person, they're two different things. Yeah, two different things. You can get the degree and get the paper. To behave like the degree and the paper are two different things. The joint security, the national joint security of our country, should be the one writing Roger Cohn to bring this to his attention, because this is no longer very nice a civil matter. It's a national security matter.
And just a minute, yeah. So I want to know if the speaker is going to. I want to know how is it going to appear like while they're having Jacob out there and they're discussing, when he has not even fulfilled his promise to the people.
So
it is shameful.
The point is very simple, and we're gonna go to say this. Shame on the Unity Party. Jerome, shame on the Unity Party. This is another calculator attempt by the UP government to suppress opinions that are not aligned with the government's agenda.
Sure.
Nothing else. Nothing else. And I repeat, nothing else. Board niggas are the worst. I mean, the worst of all you can think about in the whole comment. Because all the men we're talking about, board niggas say you will end up on the people capital. No, but it's not funny.
That man is moving free. Because that was my concern.
You can leave your children, huh? And then you
say you want to disrespect other people's children.
The people you're talking about, how will you go concrete when you're supposed to be protecting the border?
Where are you passing to go? Where are you passing to go?
Yeah.
So you will just disappear.
So a serious police director, who's an interior, will be running directly to invite the men who say he can go to Conakry.
Because why? Why are you even making a statement like that? When we're trying to find solutions, like
the government can be telling all one answer the negotiating, then a government supporter, mind you, when Governor Como was still in one room, maybe in one room giving instruction, that bond making and Yakin were on the street protecting the party votes.
Mm-hmm.
They were the ones fucking peaceful citizens. Their boys were the ones brutalizing and killing CDC people in the country. They issued a mandate to protect votes and dilute any threat that would have seen Unity Party lost the election. Yeah. They were the ones, providing the guidance. So when such a man is making a threatening remark against a neighbor, and the police director sits there and is only concerned with going to put Yaka on record, Governor Como should be reporting to a boss, Councillor Onzo Tue. The Honorable Chairman John Security, this person is a lawmaker. He is, in our mind, doing this has national security indication. The Justice Minister will then communicate to the first branch of government. Councillor Tue, the Minister of Justice, is the boss of the joint security. Governor Como is just a bodyguard in the joint security. One of the implementing force, enforcement at the Justice Minister, like Bogo the Minister of Finance until the joint security money from there. And some for NSA police, you come for your own. Immigration, come for your own. NSA, come for your own. Fire service, come for your own. DEA, come for your own. That the Justice Minister, the Minister of Justice is the mother body for the joint security. And he's going to write a communication, not Greg. But you know that the responsible government they got, we don't care if they want to run a government charity. What we care about is to do the law in a way that it will benefit the rest of the country. To hold a Yaka accountable for innocent statement that got no national bearing on our country.
Oliver, listen to this. I just wanted to clear the air.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to listen. They say when a citizen of another country threatens the capital of another sovereign nation,
okay,
it generally signifies a serious national security concern.
Thank you. So you leave God naked, who threatened to go to Conakry in the people capital. You don't even want to go to Labe, Zero Korea. We are going to cross Makona Road, Labe, Makona Road, Nana. The woman says in the river, in a man back or Johnsonville residence, and open a more, he said, the boy visit the border will be Conakry. And Greg is not seeing that man as a person of interest. By this time, Greg should be recommending the man to the Joint Security Council, and there should be a joint security operation inviting the Joshua Blind man and persecuting him because his comments alone could provoke Guineans. The Guinean embassy is still here.
And just given his history,
Yeah,
right?
the Guinean ambassador,
He's not just, of course, he's an ordinary citizen, but
an ordinary citizen with killing record,
exactly his profile.
with drinking blood record.
When you're profiling this gentleman, you know exactly who he is. Like, he has done different documentaries.
But like I said, shame on the Unity Party. You know why I'm telling them? Why I'm shaming them? Because they have everything available unto them. They still running behind Yeke. Why you want to remove Yeke? Why you want to remove Yeke? And let me say this to those of you who are the quote unquote opposition political figures in the house. You lawmaker, you from ANC, you lawmaker, you from CDC, you lawmaker, you from all the political party outside of the Unity Party. Y'all go ahead and accept the $50,000 what they offering you.
That is the start for all of you.
All of you who say you're now in Unity Party, you're from different political party, and you're in capital building, you're calling yourself representative there. Go ahead and take the $70,000, $50,000, $60,000 what they offering you. The money that is allegedly being dished out to you. You're going to receive it. You're move Yeke. What Unity Party say will come from America, you got 300,000 and go to Richard Crew, and then you divide among your money, and one other lawmaker from that district.
It's a business.
They go find one film say excuse and remove you. You are already getting this country. You're ruining the image of the country. You're putting the country in the mud because of greed. What else do with 50,000? Buy this one, no get a car, go sit down our jail, and be doing plenty women in it. So when you gamble with it. That's all. Nothing else you want to do. Nothing else you want to do with the money. You're not going to spend that 50,000 on your people in the district. Some of you that you're nothing you want to do with the money. Call yourself lawmaker from different political party, right? You from CDC, you from ANC, you from ALP, you from all the other party. Call yourself opposition lawmaker. Go take the 40,000, go take the 50,000, go take the 30,000 and go vote to remove Yeke. Tomorrow, you know the partisan who is in Rhode Island. If you look at what they say, well, but when I do say lead our the way a popular will go in the district with by election, I can win.
Yeah.
If you go 500,000, come take 300,000 and share your month, about 37 to 40 human beings. They will remove me the next day. How long the catch me, y'all? If I want leg to put it on the leg, I say you're raped. You got raped, you can't be lawmaker again. You know, resolution to remove you and take your entire.
Sure.
And I don't stop moving from you for your positions. You gotta stand for something, especially those of you who call yourself CDC lawmakers. I'll be disappointed if we see the list of those who vote against Yeke. And let me say it, I don't know how you make. I'll be disappointed if those who vote against Yeke are from the CDC, if those who voting against Yeke are from the ALP and all the opposition political parties. I'll be disappointed. Because that will be a clear betrayal. You are sitting clearly, attentively looking at the government trying to make this country a one-party state. And some of you, you're already part of the 50,000. The 50,000 not even kind of start eating it.
Go credit.
Yeah, worry.
My mark out give me.
Hey, Jerry, you ever said music with no cabinet building?
Yes.
I was sat on cabinet building one day. I saw lawmaker go to a speaker before to build a $40.
Things are rampant.
Hey, man.
So then you get a book and then go to the say about book there.
I've seen situation where lawmaker go to a Senate speaker and have a $40.
Yeah. Not the country.
I mean, if it's running nothing or anything, man. I mean, anything. Fuck it. Lawmaker taking $5, $50, $40 for speaker.
And then I'm again we.
So y'all go sit on there and cry as opposition lawmaker and go allow it to teach out 10, 15, 20,000 to y'all. Y'all go remove your cat. They will remove your one by one in the town. And this guy will make this country a one-party state. But God forbid that happens. We're in a modern era.
And that is why I said they can do that thing in their family, but the laws of the country will be protected.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you go there, you'll be acting great. No way, I'll not do nothing well. And you know, let's say Jerome, send our money, you can do nothing well. Yeah. They are selling our money. You can't do nothing. You can't even do how the money will finish. That nonsense money will come and go spoil it. So
some people are like kind of poor. I know how my money can go.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know, so the source of the money are talking about money.
Yeah.
So they're saying to you, go ahead. Hey, that's money I want. Go ahead. But I better not see the list of the lawmaker who is signed for Yeka to be expelled. When you my friend, Jerome, ain't no the lawmaker myself can sit down and drink, you know, our thing together. You can drink. So I got some lawmaker friends who can sit down and drink, ball together.
Is that what sending the prison? So to get
I'm saying
I
this.
also don't drink, so we're in the same boat.
Okay, I'm the drunker Joe.
No, you're not saying that. No, we're not saying that. You can just go chill.
I'm saying this, and I'm on record. If any of my friends that I know who is a lawmaker, a representative, name is on that list, I'll fail you.
This is strong, Oliver.
Oh no, Jerome. I got friends at the legislature.
That is what I'm saying. It is strong because
I don't want to call their names now. I got friends in the legislature.
Yeah.
I got friends at the Senate. I got friends at the House of Representatives. In this case, it is at the House of Representatives.
And you get some former friends there as well.
Plenty. I'm saying to you, if I has managed to see the list of those who will sign for Yeka removal or suspension, you my friend, you on that list 2029. Pray God will not be in the country. If we're in the country, we're campaigning against you. Even when if you are even on my party ticket, you can tell maybe I could put my party between now and 2029.
Well, President Obile is such a
and I'm saying, I'm prepared. I will fight you.
Administrative assistant.
Any district lawmaker with a guy relationship with friends, you support the removal of Yeka or the suspension of Yeka, I will fight you in your district. Today, your market, you cut the clip. You tell all the staff to cut the clip. Let the screen record the show and keep the clip. I will go in your district campaign time. We'll sit down on the radio all day. We tell the people why you should not be elected because you do not stand for a cause.
My dear, let me just say this to you. Do not be surprised.
And we'll be adding y'all to those who betray.
Do not be surprised.
That the ones who are known will do it. And I'm saying this.
Do not. No. I don't know about the ones you know, but do not be surprised because at about this point in time, and this should not even be just about Yeke Koluba, right? So let's remove the individual and talk about the real issue. So if they're sensible, if they understand exactly what's happening, they will know that this is not just about Yeke Koluba.
It is a precedent being set to go after them.
So,
and that's what we're saying, and we are clear. If any of the lawmakers, including my friends who are called and they can't even battle, they can take out the phone and call me. I will fire you in your district. Jerome, if I can't go there in person, I will pay for airtime and my radio will go there. If I'm not convinced other people there, but we ensure that we reduce your numbers. And we'll fire you. We'll expose you. Yeah. Because a man must stand for something.
Mm-hmm. If you can't stand for anything,
a man must stand for something.
For everything.
You said you'll be asking Gregor Como, what did he do with the case of Bonleke before subjecting your colleague to you for investigation? Be asking Gregor Como why the Minister of Justice did not sign that communication. Oh, the police director will go write the legislature to complain somebody. On national security issue. At the moment, the National Security Council is convened. The National Security Council election is in session. When the National Security Council is in session, active session, who presides? The Justice Minister, not the police director. Why is Gregor Como overriding a function? Why is he doing it? And you guys are lawmakers already start eating some of the money. You check us money go to Vijay Kuna if you give them 2,000.
Well, yeah, the post saying,
So it was-
my friend is your friend.
Yeah.
If you use them to buy wine,
And the man who is putting Liberia in too much problem, they left them out.
Oh, no, just making us to me about
They brought Nike out. Oliver, if you were to go through what Bob Nike said,
and that should be the core of this discussion.
Yeah.
Seriously.
yeah, as a matter of fact, it's saying here, if the citizen is acting with the authorization or support, imagine the man is part of the Unity Party. He's not doing it because he loves Liberia.
Was it statement officially condemned by the
It's
government?
authorization or support of the home government.
The government is yet to
The act may be treated as an act of state-sponsored aggression.
Oh yes.
So was
Because-
Joshua's statement condemned?
Jeremy
by
Pia did not
government?
issue any statement condemning
Yeah.
Bob
So
Nike.
it's support.
Officially.
So by default,
Yeah.
it could be indirectly sanctioning what Bob Nike was saying. So
Because if you can write against Yeka Koruba,
yeah,
right? It means you did not support or you do not support what
what
he said.
Yeka said.
Yeah.
So obviously your own record.
Although what Yeka said is accusing people internally, accusing the president
Yeah.
and the government of
But
owing the
not saying the
truth
truth.
and not saying the truth.
Which is internal.
He did, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
He did not attack our internal process.
No.
But they make him and say they will be that the border will be in Conakry. Jeremy Pia paint the water thinning. He can
Out
write
of
it.
aggression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minister of Information painting. They can write. But I can't write. No, you stop playing with the country. The popcorns did not stop popping in the 80s and the 90s because, like I said, we never had teenager. They play with peaceful, quiet. The old man enjoy themselves. Man City they enjoy.
They had it going
They had it going on. They were dancing at Afro. Man City they used to do their thing. They go at Man City they used to hold Lanko. Man City they enjoy.
I really saw her do that today.
No, I'm just saying something. I said Man City they doesn't mean she was there personally. But they are carrying on. They were there enjoying. But yet still people keep fighting in this country. It's because no man want to sit down and another man can ride over him.
They're too much.
Disadvantage, disadvantage.
No!
Not,
You know, one man is a circumcised. You think the rest of the country are fellow? Do you think the rest of the country people are fellows?
otherwise, always giving you
You know, one man circumcised.
able
So when you keep using the law, when you keep using highly beyond the law to implement your diabolical, sinister, and biased political, interest, then you are wasting the country. Because people get tired. The people get tired and they'll fight back. Look, man by nature, every man's scared of dog.
not every man. What do you mean every man?
Man by nature is afraid of dog, except it is for you.
All of us scared of door.
I'm saying to you, and some of it is for you. Anybody,
Yeah, in the majority, people can pull people
you can say people want to buy dog. You can say God, you want to go. Man by nature is afraid of dog,
Yeah.
and some of it is for you. But guess what? If that dog is chasing you, and you know that you are reaching to the point where you can no longer take it, that do or die. You was facing it. You turn around to it and say, you either buy me or die, or I wound you and kill you. Don't push the citizens to that level. Don't push the people till they can no longer die and they say, you know what? Now all around the country, that's folly. The laws are meant to be used for the protection of everybody and to ensure that we have safety, peace, and everything. Don't use the law to fight people. Don't use the law and kept people tearing insult beach today for capital arson case. You use the law today, people tearing insult beach. You brought your John Yankee from Ghana, kept me in lifestyle luxury hotel for days. When you refuse to accept that you will lie on people, say that you bring capital building, you took him to the hotel and put in insult beach today. Here, other communities are there. General, it is using the law against your fellow man.
And I don't know if it is to keep power.
If you have a jailbreak today, what do you think the John Yankee will do? No, God forbid if you have a jailbreak today. If hell breaks loose in this country, what do you think John Yankee will go do? What do you think they will do? People should stop using the law in this country and think they own it. You can be privileged to serve in a particular position. It doesn't mean the country for you. And that's why you guys should stop. But yeah, what people go to the line.
Presumably, they want to pay back for the initial stage.
Like something is
Sounding against the web of the president or maybe the president. So
maybe
obviously
they're not used on it.
they're going to pay back.
So,
let's take a break. When we come back, we'll go to the lines and take calls.
From the center to interior,
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stop. Bringing safety to your door. Crime Stop. Stop it and make it peaceful than before. Crime Stop Liberia. From the center to interior.
Okay. Welcome back to Freedom Hub on 87.9. It is time for you to put in your calls. 086-500-1047. We took all of the time, but we tried as hard as possible to take more of the calls.
we have 10 minutes, so there's more time.
Yes, and secondly, star 255 star 1 hash. We are about to go and give some money, so keep it coming into star 255 star 1 hash. The more you play, the better your chances are on this particular platform. Let's go to the lines and talk to these callers who are already lined up. This person, 1 minute. How are you? How are you doing?
Yeah, good afternoon, Oliver.
Yes, sir. Let's hear you.
Thank you for the topic. You see, that's what in case of something that not sure. The leaders are in power now. They will not vote out there the poor naked. Because we're born naked in front of them. Anybody from Chicago, the interest with us, it's a particular government. If I was senior country, I was legislating now they before the president. Now you come from me, then they say how to all the mental problem I see, but they will not do it because that's how they remove Paka. But it's to get Thank you for the show, my brother.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. We'll leave it right there. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, how are you doing? Go ahead, patient. Let's hear you.
I was wondering if I was going to bring off my head. You said it was Christian. You were telling me you never want to say the truth. The message that you are one that they want to increase it. What now? They want to put the short for you to look at.
Who your additional lawmaker? Who your additional lawmaker? Okay. Okay, we leave it right there. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing?
Hello.
Hello. Go ahead.
Yeah, that is new government. It's a new government in power. And then, just a few days ago, I think when power was down the street, we will know that the government, new government coming in power, it was not the case. Anybody that wants to stop the progress, it's going to change. So they say, open up, and the government comes. We'll put the president for them. It was very stopping the country, put the country upside down, the whole country to be strong. Now after we steady, we're starting to eat. Yeah, we're steady all hard with our sport.
Yeah.
Open the sport. You know, so they look at each other. So anybody has plans, when they don't want to get it to work, I think before us to fight war and to being like, they're going to wear it.
Yeah, man. Jerry, this is real live food.
There's something wrong in health. We're in health. But we're in health.
Wow.
We're very upside down. We don't want to whole country now.
Yeah, man. Can you imagine? Can you imagine to what extent Liberians are wishing? But when we pray, we will not reach them, my brother. Let's pray to God, it will get better. That's why the guy will get better.
How they believe what they how they believe what they put a cut out of the thing here. I didn't do it. You look good. What you? Oh, but I'm going to stop. But I didn't want to tell you. Take a picture. Well, take a move. The sun happens to get it. Then you can go back. We'll be a lot of down the cross street.
Okay. I mean, Jerry is hurt, and I have no reason to want to keep him off. But let's talk to the person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Hey, you can. Let me say hello to Adjoa and Sister Leza.
Go ahead.
The officials put person in the financial movement. The person I know being patient is Blanca and Richie Kuhn. Blanca, we are kind of looking back because Ogalo Kumona, the process is named for our university. We saw how university students behave well. The former president of America, John Kerry, what they are doing now is put it beyond. Because somebody that the thing is said that tell them to the point, I don't pay so now you can call it back. You see, the woman who the made up that said that I mean so who. But this country is going beyond 100% brother. And so the one thing all no.
The country is retrogressing. The country is falling.
But my brother, the country is reversing, retrogressing.
Yeah.
We're retrogressing again. Heat killing is going nowhere.
Heat killing us. Heat killing everybody. No parents. Nothing. The country is the
The country is going nowhere, guys.
Money
It's
belly.
over our country.
Money belly high. Calling belly high. Police flocking motorcyclists.
Every day.
Stealing.
Every day.
Say the police buzzing market to your market.
My brother. Thank you. Let's go up with us.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there, my brother. We leave you. Let's go and talk to more people on the line. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Okay. The job we are doing in the country and today, we are importing the West and I say what I like 3 months, they are dying. I want to do the allegation. I said, nothing at all. He said, no, 3 months, we get nothing. They allow GT to still out money out, what still today, they talk to no money in the farm. For them to say that money, they're going to put our weapon and allow them on the what is that? What is this? They are applying and say we are not doing nothing. We are stealing money, killing us.
Okay. I think we missed out on you. Let's talk to another person. Go ahead. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Yeah, I don't know and director. Let me say good evening to you guys.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Ishmael Kamara and I'm calling you guys this evening from Painesville.
Go ahead, Ishmael.
So the thing is, the kind of discussion is a content. I know, because we have people out there in the community who know our new party brothers and sisters who have foreign killing based on the performance of this new party government for the last 2 years plus. The thing is, we keep asking them what is their priority. They were here talking about the dire suffering. They were here talking about how people were living the kind of life in their own country that is important to live. But I don't know what priority they have. Now, there are serious economic issues in the country today. But then I see them, taking our money and just spending on issues that actually don't matter. But then look at the issue of the Koruba today. They are telling us, am I alive?
Go ahead.
Yeah, they are telling us they want to impeach Koruba. Now, if the impeachment of Koruba, when they come on a civil platform, you have to spend some money. You have to lobby with police. You have to take our money again. And instead of going out there, people who are being homeless today, try to build home for them. Instead of going out there providing food to those Solomon Buddha, they are trying to think about the issue of electricity. I don't know. They are not thinking about all those things. You guys are thinking about how they can take money to spend more themselves. The last time they went to Solomon Buddha, we know how much money they are informed that they were able to use it in more themselves. Not because when they want to course will know for sure, they want to engage their diplomatic partners in the short region. They want to do so, but they were able to leave here and go to the border just because they want to eat the show by taking some money or on their own. Guys, to be fair, you guys don't have any over this country, and I think in my mind, those people in the power of the kings and new friends that come to us tonight, they have to be taken off power. Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you very much. We leave you right there. Thank you very much. Let's take a few more calls here on 87.9. Beginning with this international caller. Go ahead. Let's hear you. No time.
Okay, how you doing, man?
We're good. Let's hear you.
Okay, my brother, if I hear you, my mom, we go through. And let's see, I can call you in this thing I am going through. Now, you're crying for like this.
It's not about
Let's see, I can call you away from what we're going through.
It's not about him. It's about the system. It's not about him. It's not about the individual.
I can see the especially yourself and very alone. And the election result. But so what you guys went through, we only see it. You were really so in this life. Now I can go through the thing too. We all went through it. Can't put to where it belongs. We shouldn't forget so quick. That's all I gotta tell you, okay?
Okay. We leave it right there. Thank you very much. That's your opinion. We do not have any intention to sanction it. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, how are you? How you doing? Yes, sir. Go ahead. One minute. Go ahead, David.
I'm a stakeholder. I got much opinion in this thing. God, I want to very simple. You know, what we going through today, like the last word just said, Yeke is the one that got us to where we are. Yeke Prophetin, Yokosa, Central Waterspoon, these are the people that led on to the calamity that we face today. The dictator of a president that we have, they were the architect of this leader that we got today. That leads on to many calamity after calamity. And when we sit here with discuss Liberia, it shouldn't be about the individual who led us to where we are in a very difficult condition. This is a guy from Ghana. That man spoke Ghana in both sound of my heart. Look, guys, if you go in a village community, just travel around Monrovia, go and go to the village community. See how people are living currently as they speak. We're living, I used to say, war fighting. People are no longer cooking to the point of throughout the week. People only eat a meal restaurant that where I live on the partner road. I see people come to the market and stuff about a dry rice, but I say that meat soup. They want to eat in the house on the list on a rescue program.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Rescue. So we are rescue in this country. People can't tell us the captivity. We are not living as a country on a black eye.
Thank you. We'll leave you right there. We talk to this guy quickly, then we talk to the last person who call your day. Let's hear you, Edmund Carr. No time. We gotta go home.
Yeah. Thank you. You know, we agree that people then the Yeke, the Propaki, the Hera Costa, the other men who sitting over there, criminal, calling other people criminal. Yes, we agree. That's what they did. Everything that are happening to Liberian here, they are the ones that took up to be crucified. We agree. But if you think that you want to harass other people only because you want to silence critical voices in the country, that is our issue. Because if you human being a naked God, I have personal experience with him.
If any bot nigga is a nigga bot, go ahead. Edmund Carr, the man name is Nick Bot Nigga.
That's what he spoke. Yeah, I think I'm a nigga bot. I have only nigga bot. Yeah, you spoke authoritatively. How he spoke. That man in your voice said nigga bot. Okay. That meant how he was looking when he was fighting and slaughtering people in here. And the Ghanaians are aware of what naked because they was here during the peacekeeping time. So that kind of made to release threat in our country. he also needs to be invited. That's our point. Invited. Where are the rebel guys that were also in the country calling themselves general? They were also giving ultimatum. They said 2 weeks or 1 week. They are going to move in while the guys are going to be at the rebel side. They are going to be in Guinea. Where are they? Can we bring them to?
Thank you.
We're not defending Yeke. I don't want to defend Fernandez. But what we're talking is, for most of the courage to let the legislature that will play the discussion from beyond the sea how they are there in that Yeke. That was the reason why he wrote that communication to the legislature. Can he also invite Naked Board? Can he also invite the general? Can he also invite the information minister?
Thank you.
The information minister said, they will give a bond. They will give a bond to go fight. Now people are encouraging themselves to hold a gun to go fight. Then you inviting them to be prosecuted. Let the people go in this country here. Let the people start anything they do here.
They are talking about something.
Make a big circumcision.
Oh yeah.
No, all went through circumcision.
Yeah.
Make a big circumcision.
We are not fearless.
All went through circumcision.
We are not fearless in
If
this
you
country.
follow SMS from us, if you think you can follow SMS from us, you be doing it at your own detriment. You know the party have failed. You know the party have fallen to the ground. They should not try to shake the blame because of their failure to deliver.
That's right.
Let them deliver. Let them rescue us. We are drowning.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Edmoka. And trust me, we apologize to the rest of you. I think Edmo's submission was very, very splendid. And we'll leave it right there. Jerome, let's go from 30 seconds quickly.
Yeah,
no time.
I think, like I always say, I think let the, when, sorry to use any name, or they say when Vame Dala, Vame Kidi. So let the Unity Party and Yeke enjoy their ride. Princess, thank you.
Okay, so I also like to join Jerome. I said this is not about Yeke, and for me, I mostly focus on the message rather than the messenger. So whatever that's going to happen of capital is going to happen. But again, at the end of the day, we should focus on which is the most harm, which one put Liberians in harm's way when spoken than the other way around. But again, we're going to be here on tomorrow, and tomorrow climax is March, so it means we're gradually going, and pretty soon all of these different dramatic scenes will be over. Like, we'll be back here tomorrow.
Okay, and so until we return on tomorrow, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful time. God bless you. Bye-bye. We'll return here on tomorrow. We're environment. How did you say? Environment that? Okay, DJ Hero will respond to that. Until then, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful time. God bless you. Bye-bye.
DJ.